Hi, this is Swati, and in today's video, we will discuss some most repeated and most important questions of quadrilaterals class ninth maths. In my previous video, I've already discussed all the concepts of quadrilaterals, including the quadrilateral tree, where most of the students get confused in the statement questions like every quadrilateral is a rhombus, every parallelogram is a rectangle, every rectangle is a square. So these kind of questions also have given a very magical, interesting tip for you to understand. Now let's see all the most important questions in this video. So let's get started. The first question is, in a trapezium ABCD, AB is parallel to CD. It's given AB is parallel to CD. We need to find C and D. We are given angle A is 55 and angle B is 70 degrees. So first thing is, you will always write what is given to you. So given angle A is 55, angle B is 70, and we need to find angle C and angle D. Now, since we know that in a trapezium, opposite one pair is parallel, AB is parallel to CD. So angle A and angle D, what is the relation between angle A and angle D? Angle A plus angle D is equal to 180 degrees because of co-interior angle. Co-interior angles are always supplementary. So if A is 55 plus D is equal to 180, so from this, angle D is equal to 180 minus 55, which will give you 125 degrees. Similarly, B and C are also co-interior angles. Angle B plus angle C is equal to 180. Same reason, co-interior. So in geometry, you should mention the reasons every step. In the brackets, you should mention the reason. Now, B is 70 plus angle C is equal to 180 degrees. So, angle C is 180 minus 70, which will be 110 degrees. So, angle C is 110, angle D is 125. Now, next one, calculate angles of a quadrilateral if they are in the ratio 2 is to 5 is to 4 is to 1. So since they are given in the ratio, so what are our angles? First angle is going to be 2x, second angle is going to be 5x, third angle is going to be 4x, and the fourth one is going to be 1x. Since it is ratio, we will multiply with the variable. Now in a quadrilateral, sum of all the angles 2x plus 5x plus 4x. Okay, let me write it here. Now, sum of all the angles is equal to 360 degrees. Now, so 12x is equal to 360. So, x is 360 by 12, which is 30 degrees. Now, here you need to find each angle. So, first angle is 2x. That means 2 into 30, which is 60 degrees. Second is 5 into 30, which is 150 degrees. Third is 4 into 30, which is 120 degrees. And the fourth is 30 degrees. So you can also check your answer. If your sum of all the angles is 360, that means your solution is correct. Next one. The area of the rhombus is 20 centimeters square. So let me write area of rhombus is equal to 20 centimeters square. So what is area of rhombus? The formula is half into diagonal 1 into diagonal 2, which is given as 20. Now one of its diagonal is 5. You need to find the other. So half into, let us take D1 as 5 into D2 is equal to 20. So from this I can write D2 is equal to 20. Now 2 is dividing other side, it multiplies, and 5 is multiplying other side, it divides. So 5 ones, 5 fours. So 4 into 2, 8 centimeter is the second diagonal. Fourth one, the angles of a quadrilateral are given and you need to find the smallest angle. Again, sum of all the angles in a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. So x plus x minus 10 plus x plus 30 plus 2x is equal to 360 degrees. Now, x plus x plus x plus 3 plus 2 is 5x. 30 minus 10 is 20 is equal to 360. So 5x is equal to 360 minus 20. 5x is 340 and x is equal to 340 by 5. So 5 ones, 5 6 are 30 and 5 8s are 40. So x is 68 degrees. Now you need to find the smallest angle. So what is the smallest angle here? X minus 10. X minus 10, which is 68 minus 10, 58 degrees is your answer. Now next one, these are all very basic questions. Next one, the sides AD and BC of a quadrilateral produced as shown in the figure, you need to prove x is equal to a plus b by 2. Now, here I can see that this angle A and this are forming linear pair, right? So, you know linear pair, sum of all the angles is 180. So, this is going to be 180 minus A. Similarly, here this will be 180 minus B because again they are forming linear pair. So now in a quadrilateral we have ABCD all the four angles. Whenever you have all the four angles, you will always go with angle sum property. So angle sum property of a quadrilateral is 360. So A plus B plus C plus D is equal to 360. Now A is X, B is X, C is 180 minus A and D is 180 minus B is equal to 360 degrees. Now x plus x is 2x is equal to 360. 180 plus 180 is 360. When I transpose it becomes minus 360. Minus A transpose it becomes plus A minus B transpose plus B. Plus 360 minus 360 cancels. So x is equal to A plus B by 2, which is what we need to prove. Next one. If the bisectors of angles of a quadrilateral enclose a rectangle. Now, the bisectors of the angles of a quadrilateral. This ABCD is a quadrilateral and the bisectors. Now, how do we show that the bisectors enclose a rectangle? So, let me draw the figure. This is the bisector. Again, this is the bisector. Now this is the bisector and this. Now bisectors means they divide equally. So enclose a rectangle, then show that then show that it's a parallelogram. So here I can write PQRS. So let me just label. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. Okay, all right. Now, so firstly, what is given to us? It is given that PQRS is a rectangle. See, bisectors form a rectangle. So from the bisectors, you're forming a PQRS, which is a rectangle. And what do you need to prove? You need to prove that ABCD is a parallelogram. Right? ABCD is a parallelogram. Now let's start. Now first thing is, what do we need? You know, in a rectangle that all the angles are 90. So I can take this as 90 degrees. Now, the bisectors means the angle is divided into two equal halves, which means 1 is equal to 2. Similarly, 3 is equal to 4. Now, if I consider triangle AD, if I consider PDC, okay, let me consider in triangle PDC 90 degrees plus angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to 180 because angle sum property, correct? All right. Now, from this I can write 2 plus 3 is equal to 90 degrees, right? 2 plus 3 is 90. So to prove a rectangle for a parallelogram, your main aim is to prove that the lines are parallel, right? Because in a rectangle, opposite sides are equal. In a parallelogram also opposite sides are equal. So a rectangle to be a parallelogram, you need to just prove that the opposite sides are parallel. Right? So we got 2 plus 3 is 90 degrees. Now, can I multiply 2 on both the sides? I can write, we can multiply the same quantity. So from this 2 angle 2, here we know 1 and 2 are equal, right? 2 angle 2, that means this plus this 2 angle 2 can be written as 1 plus 2 because 1 is also 2. So 1 plus 2 is angle D plus 2 angle 3. Again, 3, 3 and 4 are equal. So I can write 2 angle 3 as angle 3 plus angle 4, which is angle C, is equal to 180 degrees. So we had proved that D plus C is 180 degrees. But what are these angles? These are co-interior angles. So we had proved that co-interior angles are supplementary. So this is opposite. Generally what we have, if the lines are parallel, all the transversal properties are equal or supplementary. But here, since the co-interior angles, since co-interior angles are supplementary, therefore the lines are parallel. The lines are parallel. So I can say from this that AD is parallel to BC. AD is parallel to BC and DC is a transversal. Right? We had proved one pair. So similarly, we can also prove AB is parallel to CD. Same procedure. We can prove AB is parallel because here also this angle equal to this angle equal to this angle, and then you can consider ARB triangle. This is 90. The same way you will prove other pair is also parallel. So therefore, since AB is parallel to CD and AD is parallel to BC, ABCD is a parallelogram. So a quadrilateral becomes a parallelogram if both the pairs are parallel to each other. I hope this is clear. So these kind of questions can only be proved if you are good at properties. So knowing the properties are very, very important. Now next, moving to the next question, PQRS is a parallelogram, right? PS is produced to meet M, okay? PS is produced to meet M. All right, let me just produce it. Okay, so that SM and SR are equal. This is M. SM and SR are equal, and MR is produced to PQ. Okay, MR is also produced to PQ, and then PQ is produced at N. You need to prove QN is equal to QR. Now PQRS is a parallelogram. So in a parallelogram, we know that all the opposite sides are equal. So let me consider this as angle 1, angle 2, angle 3 and angle 4. PQRS is a parallelogram. This is parallel to this and this is parallel to this. Now listen carefully. Here, angle 1 and angle 2 are equal because SM is equal to SR, right? If the sides are equal, their opposite angles will be equal, correct? Now, since we know SR is parallel to PN, it is parallel to PQ, so definitely it will be parallel to PN. Since SR is parallel to PN, angle 2 will be equal to angle 4. See, SR is parallel to PN and this is a transversal. This is a transversal. So 2 is equal to 4 corresponding angles. Correct? Corresponding angles. Same way, since QR is parallel to SP, angle 1 is equal to angle 3. Again, QR is parallel to SP. Okay, and if I extend this as transversal, 1 and 3 will be equal. Same reason, corresponding angles. All right, but 1 and 2 are equal. Let this be 1, let this be equation 2. But 1 and 2 are equal, right? 1 and 2 are equal. So, from first and second equation, we can write 3 and 4 are equal. Because see, if left sides are equal, you can equate the right sides. So, since 3 and 4 are equal, therefore, QR is equal to QN, because if the angles are equal, their opposite sides are equal. You can write that reason. I hope this is clear. Now, moving on to the next one. In a triangle ABC, DE is parallel to BC and D is the midpoint. Okay, D is the midpoint. That means this side equal to this side. Find the perimeter of triangle ABC. AE is given as 4.5, DA is 5 and DB is 3.5. Okay, so since it is given that AD is equal to DB, because D is the midpoint, right? So both will be equal to 3.5. So this is also 3.5. So firstly, what do we need to prove? Perimeter. What is perimeter? Perimeter means AB plus BC plus CA. Now, firstly, if we see what is converse of midpoint. What is converse of midpoint? We are given that DE is parallel to BC and D is the midpoint. So, therefore, AE will be equal to EC, converse midpoint. What does converse midpoint state? If a line is passing through the midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to the second side, this much is given, then it also bisects the third side. That means AC is also being bisected. So AE and EC both will be equal to 4.5. So here AB will be equal to 7, 3.5 plus 3.5 and AC will be equal to 9. Now also using midpoint, DE is equal to half of BC. So from this, BC will be equal to 10 centimeters. So this is 10 centimeter. So what will be the perimeter? 7 plus 9 plus 10, which will be equal to 19 plus 7. 19 plus 7 is 26 centimeter. I hope this is clear. So this was here completely converse of midpoint theorem. Now next one. Show that the diagonals of a rectangle are equal in length. Now let me draw a rectangle. This is a rectangle. All right. So here we have A, B, C, D and we need to prove that diagonals are equal in length. Okay. So firstly, what is given to us? All right. You need to prove what? AC is equal to BD. We need to prove AC is equal to BD. And since it is a rectangle, opposite sides are equal and all the angles are equal to 90 degrees. Alright. Now we need to consider such triangles so that we have AC and BD in it. Right? So we can consider in triangle ABD and triangle ABC, ABD, ABC. So we are getting involved in AC and BD. So that's right. So first we need to write three things for congruent proving. So what is the first thing? AD is equal to BC given because it's a rectangle. Next is angle A is equal to angle B. Both are equal to 90 degrees. And next is AB is equal to AB because of common side, right? So therefore, triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ABC. By which similarity? This is the side, angle, and side. The angle is included. So by SAS congruency. Therefore, AC and BD are equal. You can say by CP CT. It was very easy. Next question. PQRS is a square. So square means all the sides are equal and all the angles are 90. And angle ABC is 90 degrees. If AP is equal to BQ is equal to CR, we need to prove this angle as 45. Alright. So firstly, since it is a square, we know that PQ is same as RQ because PQRS is a square. PQRS is a square, so all the sides are equal. Now PQ can be written as PB plus BQ and RQ can be written as RC plus CQ. Alright. Now in the question it is given to us that BQ is same as RC. So I can get rid of them and then at the end I get PB is equal to CQ. Okay, let this be there. Now, let us consider triangle ABP and triangle BQC. See, ABP, BQC, these two triangles. So, what all do we know? We know that AP is equal to BQ. It is given in the question. Okay, we know that angle P is equal to angle Q. Since it is a square, both the angles are 90. All the angles are 90. And the third one, we have just proved that PB is equal to CQ from 1. So, therefore, triangle ABP is congruent to triangle BQC. By which congruency? This is side, angle, sine by SAS. And then by CPCT, I can write AB and BC are equal by CPCT. Now, if I consider triangle ABC, right? In triangle ABC, AB and ABC are equal, we have proved. Therefore, angle A and angle C will also be equal. If the sides are equal, their opposite angles will be equal to each other. So, I can assume both of them to be X. Now, consider triangle ABC using angle sum property. Angle A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degree. Angle sum property. So angle AX plus B is 90, C is X is equal to 180. So 2X is equal to 90. So finally we get X as 45 degree. What is X? Angle BAC is 45 degrees. This is what we had to prove. I hope this is clear. So always focus on what is given to you and what you need to prove. If you focus on these two criteria again and again, you will definitely get some or the other ideas on how to do the question. All right. One last question. ABCD is a parallelogram. If the bisectors DP and CP of angles DP, that means a bisector is from D, and CP of angles D and C meet at P. Okay, both the bisectors meet at P. You need to show that P is the midpoint. So let me just number it. Let this be 1, 2, 3, 4 and let this be 5 and 6. Now what do we need to prove? We need to prove P is the midpoint. That means AP and PB are equal to each other. And what are we given? We are given ABCD is a parallelogram, right? ABCD is a parallelogram and these are the bisectors DP and CP, which means 1 is equal to 2 and 3 is equal to 4. This is given to us because angle bisector means it is dividing the angle into two equal halves. Alright, now let us start proving. What do we do first? See, we know 2 and 5 are equal. 2 and 5 are equal. Why? Because alternate angles. Alternate angles are always equal. Parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel. 2 and 5 are equal. So, but 2 is equal to 1. So, I can write 1 and 5 are equal. Since angle 1 and 2 are same. So, in triangle APD, if angle 1 and 5 are equal, then what is the side opposite to angle 5? AD. And what is the side opposite to angle 1? AP. So AD and AP will also be equal, because if the angles are equal, their opposite sides will be equal. Let us take this as 1. Now similarly, 3 and 6 are also equal. Alternate angles, same. Alternate angles. But we know 3 and 4 are equal to each other. So I can write 4 and 6 are equal. Since 3 and 4 are equal to each other. Now in triangle BPC, if angle 4 and 6 are equal, then which sides will be equal? Side opposite to angle 4 is PB and side opposite to angle 6 is BC. These two are equal. Okay. Now from 1 and 2, we know that, what do we know? We need to prove AP and BP are equal. We know that AD and BC are equal. We know AD and BC are equal, isn't it? Because in a parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel. So if AD and BC are equal, from 1 and 2, I can write AP and PB equal. Because if one sides are equal, the other side will also be equal to each other. I hope this is clear. So it is all about the properties. If you are good at properties, you will feel this easy. Please check my previous video for better understanding of the properties and the tips and tricks on how to remember the properties. So if you haven't subscribed it, please subscribe and do not miss an important update. Thank you. See you in the next video.